My dear child, as I speak to you right now, there is a woman in the ICU. She is unable to move or speak. All she can do is listen to the beeping machines that are keeping her alive and the hushed voices of doctors trying to comprehend the situation. But pay attention, this is not just any woman. Her presence there is not a coincidence. In a way you may not yet be prepared to understand, this is all linked to you. You may wonder, how is it connected to me? Yes, my child, she is fully aware of what led her to this point. She knows who is involved. She understands the mistake that was made, and you are part of that knowledge. However, what you truly need to ask is this: who is she? What exactly happened to her? Why is she fighting for her life? And most importantly, how is her current predicament related to you? Because once you uncover the complete truth, your perception of yourself and your past will change forever. So let's start. My dear child, it is indeed true that as I speak to you, there is a woman lying on a hospital bed in the ICU. Her eyes are shut, her breathing is rapid, her heartbeat is erratic, and her body is immobilized. She cannot move, she cannot speak, she cannot even shed a tear. Only her mind remains active, and her ears are still functioning. But what they are picking up is only worsening her situation, as all she can hear are the cold, mechanical beeps of the machines sustaining her life and the low, uncertain murmurs of doctors who appear utterly defeated. They are not just confused, they are terrified. They have never encountered anything like this before. They are scanning, testing, and whispering theories, yet nothing adds up. They are faced with a mystery that defies explanation, medically, logically, and even spiritually. But she knows precisely what brought her to this point. Although her mind is trapped within her body, it is screaming one word, antidote, louder and louder. Yet no one can hear it, no one understands what she is truly fighting for, and no one comprehends the reality of her situation. But you, my dear child, you are on the brink of something significant, for this woman is not merely an ordinary patient. There is a purpose behind you hearing her story. So now I pose these questions to you. Who is she? What actions has she taken? What afflictions does she endure? And most crucially, how does any of this relate to you? Yes, you, the truth is about to unfold, but I require one thing from you, your undivided attention for the next 8 minutes, that's all I ask. If you are prepared, my child, take a deep breath and join me as we embark on this journey. My dear child, to grasp why she lies in that ICU bed and how you are intertwined with it all, we must travel back to a day not too distant, a day when this woman, consumed by jealousy and blinded by hatred, whispered your name into a mirror, not in prayer, but in a ritual. She believed she was in control, convinced she was the master of what she was about to invoke. Yet, what she failed to realize was that the force she was summoning was far older than her lineage and infinitely more perilous than she could have ever fathomed. She stood in her chamber, her face concealed by a scarf, leaving only her eyes exposed. Why? Because she thought that if things went awry, if the force became unruly, she needed to shield her face. If it laid eyes on her, it could pursue her, mark her, and ultimately annihilate her. She was vigilant, she was ready, and she commenced her ritual. She possessed 3 items that belonged to you. First, a piece of your clothing. Second, your photograph. And lastly, your full name inscribed in red ink. Each item was arranged meticulously. Everything was unfolding according to her design, until she arrived at the final step, the moment that would alter everything. She began to chant, but these were not words of healing, nor words of light. They were ancient, forbidden, and potent, crafted not to bless but to call forth something sinister, something not of this world. With each utterance, the room became increasingly warm, the air thickened, and the shadows grew restless, yet she persisted. And then it occurred, the moment she had been anticipating arrived, but the outcome was beyond anything she could have ever braced herself for. Now, my dear child, are you prepared to learn what transpired next? If so, please grant me just a few more moments, for what I am about to reveal will astonish you. Let us commence. My dear child, the instant she completed her final incantation, everything transformed. The atmosphere in her room grew dense, as if the very walls were holding their breath. Outside, the wind began to wail, yet there was no tempest in the heavens, no gentle breeze through the window. It was something else entirely, something ancient, something disturbed. Every candle she had lit extinguished itself, not gradually but instantaneously, and then the light bulb above her shattered, glass flying everywhere, sparks cascading like fireflies, and the shadows on the wall began to shift. This was not chaos, this was not random, this was an arrival. The entity she summoned had awakened, but it did not come quietly, it arrived in fury, unwillingly, not due to the ritual itself but because of the target she had chosen. She held up your photograph with pride and arrogance, believing she had control, thinking the creature would heed her, obey her, strike. But the moment your image was unveiled, the entity froze, it hesitated, it gazed, it did not advance, for your name is not ordinary, my child, your name is sealed, cloaked, marked by divine protection. Touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. 1 Chronicles 16:22. That scripture, that truth became a barrier the darkness could not breach. In that moment, the atmosphere shattered, something shifted, the power turned back upon her, and everything went awry. But let me share something with you, my child. That moment, that divine pause was not even what terrified her the most. No, what truly frightened her was what followed, and you are about to hear it. If you are ready, then stay close, for the next few minutes will unveil a truth she never wished for you to discover. Let us begin. You see, my child, she believed she was clever, more intelligent than the very forces she sought to command. She covered her face with a scarf, believing that the fabric could conceal her identity. She thought that if things spiraled out of control, this cloth would act as a shield, but she was mistaken. When the spirit's demeanor shifted from quiet compliance to ragging defiance, she still held on to her false sense of security, convinced that the scarf would keep her safe. Let me clarify one thing. Evil does not honor fabric, it does not fear disguises, it does not pause for appearances. Evil penetrates deeper, it perceives intent, it reaches into souls. And when that spirit understood it could not reach you, it turned its attention to the only other being present in the room. That's when it occurred. The scarf she relied on burst into flames, not with smoke but with fire, fierce, rapid, and intense. The flames climbed up the very fabric she believed would safeguard her. In a state of panic, she ripped it away, and in that swift action, her face was exposed, her eyes locked with the darkness, and the darkness recognized her. Everything came to a standstill, the candles remained unlit, the air became motionless, the shadows ceased their dance, and just like that, the entity disappeared, gone. In that instant, she thought she had survived, that she had evaded judgment, that she was free. But oh, my dear, evil never departs without taking something. It may vanish for a while, but it never forgets. And the real curse had yet to unfold. Some spirits do not attack upon arrival. They linger, they watch, and then they torment. She struck the match, but now she had to endure the flames. What followed would strip everything from her. Are you prepared to discover what transpired next? Then stay with me. That night, she lay in bed, still taking shallow breaths, feeling only a slight discomfort in her stomach. It didn't seem serious at the time, just a minor annoyance, just a warning. But as days passed, that discomfort intensified, what was mild became sharp, and sharp turned into excruciating, until pain engulfed her, until every breath came at a cost. And now, the place she once ridiculed has become her resting place. The ICU is her new home. Doctors gather around her, machines buzz, beep, and whir. Needles penetrate her veins, monitors check her vitals, yet nothing seems effective. Prayers are softly spoken, but not directed at me, not at the one who possesses the antidote. Her body is deteriorating, her words have vanished, but her mind is in turmoil, repeating one word incessantly: antidote. She longs for relief, she yearns for release, but what she seeks cannot be found in a vial, nor can it be injected with a syringe. What she truly requires isn't medication, it's mercy, it's grace. The healing she desires isn't based on science, it's discovered in surrender. He who resides in the secret place of the Most High shall dwell under the shadow of the Almighty. Psalm 91:1. She has forgotten that truth, she has abandoned that protection, inviting something beyond her control, and now it dominates her. But you, my child, you have been shielded from the start, marked, protected, sealed. For when someone attempts to curse what I have blessed, that curse cannot affect the chosen, it returns to the sender. And now she understands, now she finally perceives the truth. However, healing will not arrive through pride, nor through defiance, it will only come when she surrenders, when she breaks, when she turns to me. My beloved child, ICU, I recognize how far you've traveled, and I want you to know how proud I am of you. I'm delighted that you are faring better than before. I understand it hasn't been simple. I know the struggles you've faced, the tears you've shed, and the strength it required to persevere. But look at you now, still standing, still believing, still progressing. And let me remind you today, this is merely the beginning, much brighter days lie ahead. Even the challenging moments, even the shattered pieces, they are all being woven into something magnificent. All things work together for the good of those who love me. Yes, even that situation you couldn't comprehend, even that delay, that disappointment, that detour, I am utilizing it all. I cherish you, my child, with a love that is everlasting, unwavering, and relentless. So continue to walk, to hope, and to trust, for I am not done with you yet. The greatest moments are still ahead, I assure you. You are entering a new chapter, a time of clarity, restoration, and unexplainable favor that can only be attributed to my divine presence in your life. Therefore, do not scorn the journey, my child, and do not grow tired of the path. Even the storms have their purpose, they are refining you, fortifying you, and shaping you to reflect my image more closely. Every struggle, every tear, every quiet moment has been cultivating something profound within you, something that cannot be shaken. My hand is upon you, and soon others will observe from a distance, marveling at how you exude such peace, favor, and strength. Yet, they will not comprehend, for it is not your doing, it is I who have worked within you, and no one else can claim that credit. Now, raise your head high, walk with courage, and step confidently into this new season I have prepared for you. No weapon formed against you shall succeed. You are protected, chosen, and walking in my purpose, and nothing can thwart what I have ordained. This is merely the beginning, my beloved child, do not lose heart. I understand the pressure you are facing. I see the assaults coming from all directions, your finances, your health, your relationships. The burden can feel overwhelming at times, and the enemy wants you to think everything is crumbling. But I need you to grasp this clearly. This is not the conclusion. This is a sign. The attack is evidence that you are on the brink of your breakthrough. The enemy is fighting fiercely because he knows what I am about to unleash in your life. He has declared war, but I have proclaimed victory, peace, healing, and blessings over you and your family. And my word is absolute. No power in hell can overturn what I have declared over your life. So stand tall, my dear, dry your tears, raise your chin, and embrace the day with bravery in your heart. For the blessing you've been longing for is now just outside your door. Indeed, at this very moment, all you need to do is unlock the door. I am by your side, I have always been with you, and I will support you until you achieve your victory.